Hey, how you doing? Have you ever thought you want to move to the Dallas-Fort Worth area? You don't really know what area to go to. Today, I'm going to compare two of those suburb cities that are just north of Dallas and Fort Worth. So here we go. Okay, there are two great cities in Dallas-Fort Worth area. Actually, there's way more than two. But today I'm going to compare Denton and Frisco because they're really two different kinds of cities, but they're both within Denton County, just north of Dallas. So I can compare those for you and just let you know what the differences are, and so that will help you. So Frisco. It is one of the fastest growing cities in the U.S. right now. Lots of development on modern developments, luxury living, new construction, that kind of thing. So we're seeing just really DFW, especially north of Dallas, is seeing incredible growth. One thing that you would know in amenities in Frisco is they have really high-end shopping. They have dining, entertainment options, but they have the Star, which is the Cowboys practice facility, so that's pretty neat. And Dallas Cowboys headquarters, I guess is what you would call that. And then Stonebriar Center, they have all kinds of things in Frisco that people are looking for. It is a busy city. It is 225,000 people in Frisco. So it's a lot of people in a kind of a small area, right? So that's something you want to think about, because like if we're comparing Denton and Frisco, I will tell you Denton has about 160,000 people. But additionally, why I compared this is when school is going on, which is Texas Women's University or University of North Texas, between those two schools combined, that's about 60,000 people. So if you put the 160 and the 60 together, that's about 220,000 people. And then Frisco has that 225,000. And I just want you to, there are very big differences between the two, but I think you'll find it interesting. So as far as things in Denton, amenities, it's really known for, UNT is known for its amazing music program and its music school. So as a result of that, there are music festivals, live music venues, local businesses that are really unique, craft breweries, vintage shops, that kind of thing, and a really unique city area. This Denton, the town, is so unique in that it's like a little town, but you just love it and everybody knows each other, but also really growing and has all the schools and all the neat things. It's sometimes called Little Austin. So that is something we also see. As far as education, there are top-ranked schools in the area for Frisco and abundance of extracurricular activities for those. What is most notable about Denton is that it's a hub for higher education with those two colleges I mentioned earlier. And it's a younger, diverse population in Denton, because you do have the young people who are, figuring things out. That's what you do in college, right? So you see some of that, but also you definitely have Denton folks that have been here their whole life. And so maybe you have a little bit more of that family and that bondedness in Denton than Frisco, because Frisco just grew up really fast. It seems to me like it's a suburb of Plano almost, although it is north of Dallas, right? It is a suburb of Dallas, but it used to be that Plano was the big city just out that way. If you went out 380 or the tollway, that would be going to Plano, but now we see Frisco prosper, but today we're just talking about Frisco. So you see in real estate there in Frisco, we're seeing new suburban developments, we're seeing luxury homes, we're seeing master plan communities, and extreme, excessive, probably amenities. So it's all about the communities and what is being built around them that will drive people to want to come to that area in Frisco. We see some of that in Denton as well. However, we see a lot of that in Frisco. You hear of a lot of businesses that are coming to the area. The average home price in Frisco is higher. So that is something to watch out for. And like really, I had a client that was comparing being in, Denton area, Argyle maybe, to Frisco, and they ultimately decided on Frisco because of the schools and those school ratings. So you can check school ratings out on greatschools.com to investigate that when you're thinking of making a move to this area. So real estate in Denton, it's a range of historical homes, craftsman style homes, and newer developers. And you're going to see some rental properties. We do have a lot of apartments and townhomes and things like that are being developed in our area. And you'll see that in Frisco too, but there's quite a few in Denton right now. So if we're comparing lifestyles, Frisco is modern, upscale, which Denton's more eclectic and has more an artistic vibe. They have lots of fairs and really neat things going on. They have the North Texas State Fair in Denton. They have Dog Days of Denton. They have just a lot of different venues and activities you can do, and if you like that kind of thing. So then real estate, it's very diverse and there's lots of options in the DFW suburbs, but you will find higher end homes in Frisco more than what you see in Denton right now. Average sales price in Denton is probably about $450,000, where Frisco is more about $700,000, in that range. So that's how you see that. Frisco has grown very rapidly to that 225,000 number, and it's new, it's trendy, it's the place to be kind of thing, where Denton is maybe more traditional and has had slower growth. So back in the early 2000s, Denton was hardly 100,000 people, but in that time, since then, so 24 years, it's grown to 160,000. So that growth has not been so quickly over time, and it's just been sort of gradual. But in Dallas-Fort Worth area, Denton and Collin County are the fastest growing counties, and some say those are the fastest growing cities in the US right now. So they always are in the top 10 at least. The next thing I wanted to talk to you about is traffic, because I always think traffic is like an issue, right? And where is it worse? Like, to me, the closer you get to Dallas, the more congested, the more traffic there is. So if have a job, let's say in downtown Dallas, and you don't like all that, then you're going to want to live within the loop 635 probably, and like go to your job, right? So I do have people that do that, but also people that want to get away from the big hustle and bustle, they may move up to Denton County. So the traffic flow compared to Frisco, gosh, you can get traffic at either of those places at any given time. You are going to see more probably congestion in Frisco just because of the size of the city and the amount of people that live there. One thing with Denton is that it is where I-35E and I-35W merge, that go into each other. So I-35E is the road that goes through Dallas. I-35W is the area that goes through Fort Worth. So that's something you can look at. Public transportation. There isn't a lot of public transportation. We do have the A train. We don't see a lot of activity on that between Denton and DFW, but I feel like that's something that is going to come because, people are going to fill in the areas between Dallas and Denton or Frisco. So we see that. So It's maybe easier to navigate in Frisco than Denton. Less overall traffic congestion. You do have the tollway there too. You have the George Bush tollway, and then you have the North Dallas tollway in Frisco. So you probably have a little bit ease of getting around there, where if Denton had a wreck, say on I-35, you might be stuck for a while. There is limited public transportation in Frisco as well. And then driving experience, you're just going to have more road construction, because there's, both Denton and Frisco are still building some road infrastructures. Next, I want to talk about crime differences. One thing about Denton is crime rate. We want to talk about crime rate. It's considered moderate. It is a college town. There are some property crimes, there's some theft, there's some burglary, and violent crimes are relatively low. You don't hear about murders or anything like that, really. So, but we are always aware of what's going on. Safety. Denton is known for generally being safe, and there are certain cities or certain neighborhoods that a great realtor will know to tell you which neighborhoods are considered more safe, or even they might have more walkability or less walkability, just depending on your personal needs and what you would like. And then community policing. There's active community involvement in Denton, and especially around the Denton universities and the downtown area. They have in Denton an active, what they call ambassador program, where they try to help people who go to the downtown area, like help tell them where to go, or, assist people if they need some help getting somewhere, that kind of thing. You see that quite a bit in the square areas, what Denton is called. Then Frisco, crime rate relatively low. And Frisco is actually considered one of the safest cities in Texas. So that's good to know. It's got a high safety rating perception, well-maintained neighborhoods, good lighting, good police presence. So Frisco's really good on that safety. They are focused on preventative measures for safety and neighborhood watch, that kind of thing, partnerships between residences, law enforcement, to maintain that safe environment. So then on business differences between Denton and Frisco. So kind of the business landscape in Denton is a local mix of businesses, restaurants, arts, music venues. There's almost always a good band you can go listen to in Denton. Small shops. With the two universities, it really supports a wide range of services and entertainment. The major employers in Denton would be the universities, healthcare, manufacturing, government jobs, and the school system employs a lot of people as well. The economic focus in Denton is strong focus on education, arts and culture, growing interest in technology and innovation. Downtown area is unique and a destination spot, so people go there. They do have like the Arts and Jazz Festival in Denton. They have Twilight Tunes during the summer, where it's a free band on the lawn of the courthouse during 10-12 weeks of summer, spring, summer, fall, where you can go to listen to live bands. And then in Frisco, in that business landscape, there is more corporate, more large businesses, more headquarters, retail chains. The city has been a rapidly growing hub for business technology, attracting major employers and offering a variety of dining, retail, entertainment options, that kind of thing. And then major employers in Frisco would be the tech companies, healthcare, retail giants, sports organizations like the Cowboys. And now they have the senior PGA tour there. So we're going to see more of the sports angle coming to Frisco. So to summarize, Denton offers a smaller population, more college town feel, moderate traffic, a diverse business landscape, focus on arts and education, and a moderate crime rate. So it's a really great place to live. And then Frisco has a large, rapidly growing population, and they do have more traffic congestion, a strong business presence with large companies, corporate headquarters that are moving there, and it has a very low crime rate. So I would love to know what you think about these cities. How do you feel? What are you thinking? What is it that you're looking for when you're choosing a city? So comment below. Let me know how I can help you.